chosen ones, empaths, right? Empaths have a light on them. They're a star. They have light. They have so much light, whereas the narcissist is full of darkness, right? And we pour forth our light, okay, into these narcissists. We pour out our love into the world. This is what we do, okay? But a supernova, an actual supernova, is where a star in space explodes. It's an explosion in space. And it's one of the biggest explosions in space. And this is what happens to an empath when dealing with a narcissist. Eventually they're pushed too far. And when they're pushed too far and they've took too much crap from these narcissists, they flip and they split. There's like a split in the consciousness. A split takes place in the consciousness. Where on one side, the birth of the supernova, you have a split in your consciousness. On one side, you'll have them where you still look at them in your old ways, where you're still subject to the love bomb. You're still subject to that. But this is just the birth of it. And on the other side, you'll start to realize you'll be disgusted by them. You'll flip into a rage and you'll be split. And the rage side, the supernova side, will overshadow any bit of care, any bit of consideration, any bit of empathy, any bit of that you have towards them. Okay? And we're basically, to them, to the narcissist, we seem like some crazy individual, like we seem like a narcissist to them. We actually turn into like, it's like a dark empath or whatnot. Not a dark empath, because they say a dark empath is to do with the Machiavellianism and to do with the dark triad, right? But what I'm trying to say is we turn very dark, okay? We turn very dark, but we're still moving with empathy. But our empathy, because we're able to feel, we're able to dish it out just as much, right? Because we totally go into a rage mode. And I'm not saying that we'll be angry and swearing and jumping around, but we change. That split in our consciousness takes place. And we no longer look at the narcissist with those loving eyes that we used to. Please press the like and the subscribe button. Help your brother out. It'll take 2 seconds of your time. And this is a fear of the narcissist. They always knew we was capable of waking up. This is the awakening. This supernova is the awakening. And it can go on for a long time, you know. Eventually we will calm down, but it will go on for a long time. Like, we will not tolerate any more crap from the narcissist, right? We'll either pack our bags and get out running. We'll lay down the law. We'll tell them about themselves, and we'll keep it moving, right? And oftentimes, when we turn into this, when the supernova takes place, the narcissists don't know what's hit them. They anticipated that we would eventually wake up, but they never realized that we would fully transition into this supernova. And if you're around them in the same household, get out as quick as you can, because that's basically what it is. Once you feel that energy, this is what's actually taking place in you. And the best place to be is as far away from the narcissist as possible, because they're going to turn into a victim. Once you transition into the supernova, they become the victim. They will become the victim. They won't be prepared for what hits them. They will become the victim. They'll become the one will call police on you, who will try and get you in trouble with the law. And they'll be in fear. They're in fear, because when you go into supernova, you expose them. You can expose them, but they're very good at this reactive abuse. So when you're dishing out everything, every bit of pain that you suffered will be dished onto the narcissist, and it will break them. It will make them crumble, right? And you know, the narcissist often will go off running scared. The narcissist, you may not even have to worry about actually. The narcissist will run from you. The narcissist would have seen this taking place before you realized it was taking place, right? It's like you're transitioning into a beast. You just completely change, and you'll never be the same again after a supernova. You will never be the same again, right? You'll never look at them the same way. You'll never look at someone who displays traits of a narcissist in the same way again. You will never fall victim to this stuff again. You won't ever let these people back in your life. And It's scary for the narcissist. Believe me, they fear it. They fear it so much, right? They fear you. They're scared of you. This is what a power of empathy we have the power of empathy. But there's a breaking point. There's a point, and it's not that we're broken and our spirit's corrupted. It's actually we split. It's more like a split than a break. And once that separation takes place in the mind, you'll feel it. You'll feel it in your mind. The split. You're out of the fog. You're out of the brain fog. You're out of the trauma bond. You're out of feeling like a victim anymore. Right? And a real desperate narcissist will be so scared they may not even know how to run out the door, if I'm honest. Because it comes at an unexpected time. It comes at an unexpected time. And if you do stay around in the household with them after and they're still there, for example, let's just say they are, nothing's ever going to be the same again. You're never going to go back to how it was before. They're never going to go back to how it was before. It's a birth. It's an awakening. It's powerful. And this is the mindset that will happen. And don't let it slip by. Don't let them move the goalposts. Don't let them try and play the victim card. Get out. Once you take this, I don't even need to tell you to get out. You will get out. Once the split takes place, you will say enough is enough. You will never tolerate this stuff again. You will never tolerate this kind of behavior again. You will never put up with the crap that they dished out to you. And every bit of suffering that they made you feel, in a big explosion, you will let them know about themselves, right? And this is what happens. This is the evolution of an empath, all right? We're a loving, caring individual, but if you push us too far, we will burst. And it's dangerous. It's dangerous. It's dangerous for us, and it's dangerous for them, because we'll carry out certain actions that we didn't even know we was capable of. We will carry out certain actions that potentially, if from the outside world looking in, if they just caught the relationship at that period of time when an empath goes into supernova and the narcissist is there, we're the abuser. We're the toxic one. We're that. And I want us all to stay safe and not get in trouble for this natural occurrence that's going to take place. Because you've put up with years of abuse, some people even decades, and you split. The transformation happens. And they run out scared. They run out scared of you. They're scared of you. When you do this, when this takes place, they fear you, And as I said at the beginning, they always anticipated it would come in, but they wasn't prepared for what hit them when it did hit them. You see what I mean? So keep moving forward, right? To be honest, if you can get out before the supernova even takes place, it's better for you. If you can evaluate the situation and get out before you need to actually have this explosion, get out. Because they're going to run scared. But hopefully this video will help make you realize what's happening. You're going to feel the split. You're going to feel the split take place in your persona, in your mind. You're going to feel separate from your heart and your mind. You're going to feel the split take place. You're going to feel disconnected, desensitized. You're going to feel, that's it. It's over. That's what's taking place. Take it firm. Don't let them do anything that they try to continue doing. Do not fall into the trap of it. Do not fall in. Don't fall into the trap of it. Anything that they're trying to do after that point, what you've had a eureka moment, you've had an epiphany, you've had a transformation, you've woken up, you've transformed. This explosion has taken place. Remember, I said at the beginning, you're a light. Yeah, they're darkness. You're a light. You're like a star. And when this light explodes, yeah, it creates such a magnitude of pain and devastation in the narcissist. There's never going back. It's never going back to the same way. And this is an inevitable outcome that will happen when you oppress someone so loving, so caring, so compassionate, so merciful, so empathetic, like ourselves. When you press this individual so much, there's a natural occurrence that happens, and this supernova will outburst. Yeah? It will outburst. Afterwards, if you're separate from the narcissist, you'll be a changed person. Moving forward in life, you'll be a changed person. People will see a difference in you. They'll say, wow, you're not the same person that you used to be. You'll totally change. You'll totally become. You'll spiritually evolve. Yeah? You will spiritually evolve. You will become a better person. And just anyone that gets in our way after that point as well, when we go into this supernova, you know, anyone that gets in our way, they're not going to stand. We're going to seem like the abuser. We're going to seem like the one who's the oppressor. We're going to seem like the one who's toxic in comparison to these narcissists. We're going to seem like the one. And that's why I mentioned the dark empath, because I'll use the dark empath as an example, because the dark empath has traits of Machiavellianism, psychopathy, and they're very empathetic as well, right? They've got high levels of empathy, right? So I'm saying how we portray, how we seem to the narcissist as if we've gone to the dark side. That's how it will appear to the narcissist. I'm not saying that we're dark empaths. I'm saying that's how it will appear. We'll be using empathetic manipulation, empathetic Machiavellianism, these kind of traits, these kind of things that the narcissist done on us for years, right? And it will be, it will just be natural to us. It will just be natural. It will just pour forth, and there's no turning back. Stop being the victim. Every bit of pain that you've had, contain it, rationalize it, look upon it. The supernova is going to take place. Yeah? Break this trauma bond. That's why I always talk about break the trauma bond. The trauma bond is going to break anyway when you go supernova. But if you start paving the way from before it happens, you're gonna pack your bags. You're gonna go. I've read the comment section. People have gone supernova. I can tell by the way that they're talking, by the way they're saying stuff. They've had enough. They've had enough of it, and that's what happens. So yeah, just be prepared for it, and remember, like, look for the signs. If you've got that split already, you need to lean towards the side of the split. Stop letting the trauma bond and all of these things tie you down. The devaluation, these sorts of things tie you down. Look at everything they've done wrong. That's your motivation. That is the birth of the supernova. That is your explosion. That is everything that's on that other side and the flip side of it. That's the stuff that you're going to explode over. That's the stuff we can't take. Stop looking at the good times. Stop thinking, oh, do you see what I mean? You have to let it take place. Let it be natural. Stop oppressing yourself with not letting it flow naturally, and for you to be seeing exactly what they are. You see what I mean? Stop clinging on to and clutching at the love and all of this stuff and the love bomb. It's an illusion. Yeah? I'm not saying that everyone will go supernova. Not everyone will go supernova. But once you're pushed too far, you will go supernova. So just look for the signs of it. You're going to feel the split taking place. It's the birth of it. Once you feel that split, it's like everything that you saw that person as, it's a split. That's the birth of it. And they will always try and transform and try and take it elsewhere. They're going to start trying to take it elsewhere because they've realized you split. A lot of them, this is why you have to look at the discard situation. Did they discard you because you went into supernova, and then now you don't realize you went into supernova? Did they discard you, and did they go running off, and then they moved the goalpost so you didn't realize that you was actually transforming? They were scared when they look into your eyes. They fear the look of an empath's eyes. When an empath goes into supernova, it's all in the eyes. You'll see it in their eyes. Yeah, just the way the empath looks at the narcissist, it will destroy them. Just the way they look. They fear it. They fear you. They will run scared. They will contact police. They will do all sorts of things. They're scared. They're scared, but it's dangerous. If we're not awakened and in tune with ourselves, it can be dangerous, and we can carry out certain actions that we could get penalized and in trouble for towards the narcissist. And they're very good at playing the victim. So it's better if you feel this supernova taking place, just get out away from them for your safety. Get out, get away from them. Because they're gonna invoke this stuff out of you. It's gonna come across in the worst way, and you're gonna destroy them. And I don't want you to get in trouble with the police, and I don't want you to get in trouble with the law. I don't want you to get in trouble, have to go. People, you know, certain empaths have gone into supernova rages and they've done horrific actions towards them. So anyway, just I'll leave the video there. Please press the like and the subscribe button. And if you do want a one-to-one session, you can find the details in the description box. Anyway, I'll catch you all soon. Peace.